Hey everyone, if you are someone experiencing burnout or you have experienced burnout or you think you may be on the verge of burnout, you're going to want to listen to this interview. I'm sitting down with Valeria Savenko. She is the author of the best-selling book, Burn In, the ultimate guide to burnout recovery and prevention. Hi, Valeria.
Hello, Alison. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I think this book is really timely. I think we are living in a time when burnout is really prevalent. So let's get into a little bit about what burnout is. So how do people know when they're experiencing burnout?
Basically, when people notice several symptoms of the list that I will mention right now, it's a really red alert that you have to address the whole situation to catch yourself from falling into burnout. So, first of all, when you as a professional at your work, or maybe you're a business owner, when you notice that you start feeling fatigue, chronic fatigue that doesn't go away after decent sleep or after good rest. So the things that helped you before don't help anymore. Then you notice a lack or decrease in your productivity and motivation, which means that those tasks and those uh, I would say, yeah, basic work process that you enjoyed before uh, starts disturbing you, and you don't enjoy it basically anymore, and you rather go into an avoidance mode. I would say it that way, which also, if you notice that you became maybe too cynical, maybe you became also avoidant of your colleagues, you rather and avoid the work, going into work, and just avoid making tasks, just be present, like a physical body, not mentally, at your work. And so this is the red alert that you have to do something with the whole situation, because um, basically these symptoms combined, and also if you notice sudden mood swings in you, uh, in general, if you notice also such physical symptoms as a problem with sleep, maybe you notice that you started gaining weight, in trying to seek in some way out from this overwhelming stress that you are experiencing, and that stores in you. So if you notice these symptoms, even some of them, I urge you to address them. I urge you to address the whole situation. Uh, yeah.
Well, I was going to say a lot of what you described sort of almost mimics a depressive state. So, there are similarities there. But I should also mention that Valeria works with entrepreneurs to help reduce stress and anxiety. So, you work with high achieving people. And I was going to mention do you, so there are certain people that like to power through things. So they might feel these symptoms, but think, no, I'll just get to the next level. I'm just going to power right through it. What if you have people who do that, what can some of the ramifications be on their body and health and mindset?
Yeah, it's very important not to ignore the physical symptoms, because all those unprocessed problems, and basically the lack of energy, which is also the problem. So uh, all these physical and mental symptoms, if not addressed properly, and they they don't go. So if you ignore them, it doesn't mean that they are over or they are not non-existent. It just means that you ignore them and they are still in you. Uh, which means in turn that if you, for example, ignore lack of sleep, this can lead directly to lower immunity. So you might notice that you start being sick more. You recover slowly from illnesses. Also, sleep deprivation or sleeping problems result in heightened threat, I would say, of depression. Yes, exactly. Um, Again, such mental and emotional symptoms that are not addressed also lead to, I'm sorry, lead to cardiovascular problems as well.
Wow.
So yeah, these, so you ignoring in this situation or pushing yourself through is really not an option, because of those reasons that I said, because of the outcomes of this ignoration of your own health. Yes, you can seek for support. You can support yourself, and this is the big part of my book of basically prevention of burnout. Yeah. Uh, so in order to, I never say high achievers and business owners don't do what you plan to do, because I know those people. I'm also pretty much the same. I like to get some crazy, wonderful, incredible idea, and I want to reach it. Not really paying attention to the life around, sometimes even to the life around me, and some mild symptoms that might occur. But if not addressed, these symptoms just turn from mild into severe, basically, and yeah.
Well, it's a really good point. I love your book. It's very palatable and easy to read, but it also does focus on prevention because, as we know, prevention is a lot easier than recovery. So
Yeah.
that's what you want to focus on, prevention, if you're not quite there yet. So, what are some of the things people can do now if they feel, I think I've pushed myself too far, I'm starting to feel that fatigue, I'm starting to get those symptoms like you described earlier? What are some of the key things they can do for prevention?
So the let's separate this into big parts: preventing it on the physical level and preventing on the mental level, I would say. So taking care of your mental health and taking care of the health of your physical body. Regarding the physical body, so first of all, I want to underline and stress the main thought of the book is that the burnout basically is an outcome of imbalance of energies, which means that the energy that you give in is much more than the energy that you receive. And this leads us to the thought that in order to gain that balance, you have to uh, increase the level of energy that you receive. This can be done through regular exercise, doing sports, dancing. So find this kind of sport or change your lifestyle the way that you will enjoy, and you can sustain this new positive habit. Also, latest and the latest discoveries in the cognitive health show us the direct link between your diet and your cognitive health, which means that by regulating your food intake, consumption, and making more healthier choices, less processed food, more raw food, for example, uh, taking care about the sufficient amount of water that you drink, and decrease the level of alcohol, of course. So by altering your diet, you are taking care not only of your physical body, but also preventing the problems that can occur on the level of mental health. And also these alterations in diet help you increase your cognitive abilities, which is really surprising. And all of this combined will improve your life, and maybe you even reach the higher level of health and energy than before you that before these burnout symptoms first occur. So by by doing this preventional work, these high achieving people are able to gain that extra energy for those extra achievements that they really would love to have in their lives, in their business lives. And of course, I can also continue talking about the effect and impact of these positive changes in overall people lives, not only business lives, of course. So it's worth doing. Prevention is always, prevention can be fun. You can
Yeah,
enjoy, yeah, you
yeah.
can enjoy these changes, positive changes, taking care about yourself, your body. There's also a part of my book dedicated more to the HR specialist, how the prevention of burnout can be done on the corporate level. So if you are interested in that topic, if our viewers are interested in this topic, I want to underline that there is a separate uh, tens of pages describing this, and it will be really useful for
Well, that is
corporate
certainly
world.
that's the arena for it, corporations, right? It's I'm sure it's prevalent. Yeah. No, what you're describing makes a lot of sense because your body is a series of systems, and you have to have them all working in conjunction with one another. Sort of, yeah, s- yeah. What's the word I want? In synergy. Yeah, like a well-oiled machine. And then when you're experiencing that, you actually get more done. You know, you can you if yeah, you can get more done. So what was it that led you to write the book in the first place? Did you experience burnout and overcome it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can see from my face. Yeah, that was so the point one of the that stands behind my desire to write a book was to help to change something in the corporate environment, into our attitude as business owners and as employees towards uh, work as a place where we spend like a hefty amount of time. And I want this corporate environment and work environment to be better, to be healthier, to avoid the things that I experienced on myself. Because I experienced burnout twice, and both as an employee and as a business owner, solopreneur. So I can say that, and you can imagine that the second burnout was kind of achieved exactly because I didn't pay enough attention to prevention and didn't
Yeah.
learn the lessons of the first burnout. Yeah. So after the second burnout, I addressed more of mental symptoms in order to find the core reasons. And in this place, hypnotherapy helped me tremendously. And this was also the turning point in my whole life, that I learned hypnosis and I certified as a hypnotherapist to help other people combat these burnout issues and anxiety and stress and depression, to gain fast fixes, efficient tool that is kind of 10 times more efficient than traditional talking therapy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if in case people need us, you and me, Alison, as hypnotherapists, I'm happy to be able to give them fast help.
Yeah, because so often we can intellectualize the things we should be doing. Let's exercise, let's eat better, but we're human beings and we really are driven by our emotions. So and so much is subconscious programming. So we just kind of stumble into these patterns of behavior that aren't the best. So when you do work with the subconscious, you can fix those patterns. So you're actually wanting to do all these things that you've described that are preventative. You actually are more inclined to do them naturally, and that is something that hypnotherapy is awesome with. And who better to write a book on combating burnout than someone who's actually a high achiever and has experienced it themselves in their business and turned their business around, because you have very successfully turned your business around and it's a really well performing business as a result. So I just think it's a really, really great book for people who need some direction, want some assistance, and maybe they're not even really putting the name burnout to it. They're not sure what it is, but they're just feeling what all these things that you've described.
Yeah, just that I can still remember that overwhelming feeling that something is really, really wrong and I have to change it. So, and if we don't address the core issues, our body, as is as it is said, our body keeps the score. So your
Yeah.
body just turns you off. Your body puts you into burnout. So you're just basically not able to do anything, neither work nor fun, not having fun. And at this moment, when you're at the very at the lowest point, but the great thing is that this is the turning point, and this is the start to recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, your body always keeps the score, right? We know, and things become chronic, so you want to address it as soon as you start seeing the symptoms. I'm going to link all the information of your book below so people can just hit the link. It takes you right to it. It's really easy to get, but well worth it. Thank you so much, Valeria, for sitting down with me today and giving us this great insight into a topic that's really, really important.
Thank you, Alison. It was a really pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you.
Yeah, and I will also link Valeria's group. She has a Facebook group for entrepreneurs, which is really, really powerful. So for people who do experience some worry and anxiety, she's helpful in that area too. I'll link that as well. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you soon.